to a beautiful 2.5-year-old boy, Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just beginning to enjoy the days of lockdown. Our positive testing of the coronavirus in the school, not my dance school, but the school that I teach at. Yeah, it's sad, but it's not. I miss my kids terribly. And I'm trying to figure out how I could possibly do it online and how to make it work. But I'm also enjoying the extra time with Jasper and, being able to go to bed without thinking about what I was doing the next day. And
I haven't actually spoken about, how it's affected me. I've more spoken about how it's affecting Jasper.
Are we going to dancing today? Or he usually wakes up in the morning and puts his boots at the door ready to put in the car and asking where his food bag for dancing is. And it's hard to explain to a 2.5-year-old, while we're at home and for walking the street, he can't just go up and, he's a very friendly boy, so he will often give a stranger a high five or a hug. And I think he's enjoying, the constant attention. I've enjoyed having the time with him without, I'm always present with him, but I feel like I'm extra present now because I'm not thinking about class that evening or
anticipating the good news and waiting so I never really made any plans at the beginning. I could have used my time better instead of just waiting to go back. And it was strange. You felt like you're always on edge, waiting for some good news, but then trying to enjoy the time that you had. And it was never good news. Yeah, I definitely am going to open again if we're allowed with Jasper for the whole year. Now I'm talking to you and I do know words that are more than 2 syllables.
It won't be hard to go out. I do really, really want to get back to dancing, but I think a part of me will miss this stillness that we have at the moment.
And then I found the mould in the rooms. Then I had to pull everything out of that room, and it kind of added to the mess that was already there. Stood in the one spot in the kitchen for hours and hours. I did, yeah. And then I think we went and had a nap, and then I got up thinking I was going to say yes to the park, and then I stood back in that same spot for a few more hours. I think the last step for me will be to clear my house out and move, and I think that I'll be coming out of this, I'll be much better than I was coming into this. You have to actually breathe. You can't just breathe to keep alive. You've got to breathe deep. And you need to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't be of any good to anyone else. So yeah, I feel like it'll just be easier to wait until next year and start afresh in Feb. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use my time wisely until then.